Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AKAAWOL, and we're back with another making of a bracelet. This time it is, let's start with the Kumi. It is Kumi number 11448 over on friendshipbracelets.net. And yeah, my wife had to come up with that. So she didn't make the pattern, but I mean, she had to like make it fit. And the bracelet pattern is 111668. So yeah, now I'm sharing both of them now because before we never actually used the Kumi things over there on friendshipbracelets.net. Well, she may have used the generator but never saved any of the patterns, so we didn't necessarily have a number to associate it with. But we kind of changing things around a little bit now. We want to make it, you know, kind of inspire you guys to try out some of these patterns and make really cool loops. And yeah, they're really pretty. It really does up the game level for it. So this bracelet, wow. There's kind of a lot going on with the three different colors. Well, four if you count the background white. The darkest color keeps over to the left, the lightest color keeps over to the right, and the lightest color, when it does come into the middle, it's always the one that's there. Now I kind of thought about the possibility, because the light and the darkest one are what kind of cross into that little diamond, and I had pondered the possibility of alternating that, but I realized that if I did, the bracelet probably would not look as good as it does. So I'm really glad I didn't. It really did kind of turn out pretty neat. If I was gonna do it, I'd probably go in light, so that way they were inside of that little, whatever that Spider-Man looking thing is. And then the next one would have been dark, and then light, dark. Maybe that would have been all right, but alternating them, I don't think that would have flowed very well. Bracelet doesn't really segment knot itself very well. Like I try working on an area at a time, and to some extent that sort of works. But it's not like some of the great bracelets that really work out really well for like a fishtail. I guess dovetail. I think a fish, because it looks like a fish from the side. Anyways, dovetails definitely segments well. This, you kind of get a little bit here and there to get going, but not great, not awesome. But that said, the bracelet itself turns out looking pretty darn cool. I'm really happy with the colors I chose. I think in the original pattern, it was 3 shades that are kind of closer to each other. I went with really bold differences. The dark blue is so much darker than the middle, and the lighter blue is so much lighter than the middle. And that I think it kind of works pretty well. Mind you, you could bring the colors closer together, make it kind of harder to notice that there was this 3 shade thing going on. It would probably look pretty well with that. Mind you, you can do any 3 colors, right? So if you had 3 different shades of red or orange or green. So don't get hung up on the pattern as, oh, this is meant to be a blue thing. It's not. It's meant to be 3 colors in a fade with a background color. If you wanted to, you want to make this look a little bit more tribal, you could go with like really earthy tones, like a background color with like a beige or a brown. Would have turned out really nice for this. So don't get hung up too much on the way the bracelet looks in the pattern itself, because that's just a choice, right? And you are the artist, right? Even if you're just beginning at this, you gotta get in your head, you're the artist, you make the decisions, and you are responsible for how it turns out. Which then, if it turns out amazing, look at you're doing amazing things. if it doesn't turn out amazing, look at that experience that you gained and consider what you needed to change to make it even better, right? Because that's the beauty of this thing. You don't have to stick to what everybody else is doing. You can give it your own spin and then assess it. Each one, you know, take a look and say, could I have gone with better colors? Could I have made this somehow different? And sometimes you will find that you'll be like, you know what? I know exactly what I want to do. I want to do the pattern again, but I want this, whatever the difference is that, you know, that you make. And maybe that's the one that you're going to absolutely love, you know? So yeah, don't get too hung up on ways that somebody else has dreamt this thing up. Because I for sure don't. I whatever colors I'm feeling for the day. And yeah, there you go. I have no idea where we are in the video. I'm gonna assume we are probably somewhere near the middle. I have no idea. I get carried away. Let me thank my YouTube members for making this possible. It's their support to help buy the strings and all the other stuff around here that makes this channel actually work. I don't make a whole lot of money off this stuff, guys, so if you want to help contribute, it would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Get your name up on the list, get to do the hangouts, get to see behind the scenes footage. Yeah, we even had this thing where last Sunday I was playing video games where my members could try to help me along, and it was a little bit silly, but it was fun. I've been trying to take a little bit more breaks from constant endless nodding, and one of the things I thought would be nice to take a break with was playing some video games, and shows another side of myself. So that was kind of fun. I had a good time. So yeah, overall the pattern itself, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be kind of snowflake-ish or what the general theme is. I think the middle color seems to dominate the bracelet itself, so I think it's less about the background white and more about the other colors. But that said, I don't know what the inspiration was for the design, but it looks really cool. It really does look very, very interesting. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. And hopefully you guys like this whole new thing with the Kumi loops. Kind of looking forward to it. Oh, a couple days ago was talking about the background that I use. So I use this, it's Midori paper, because it's a little bit off white, and because I spend so much time staring at where I got an easel holding it up, keeping it not a bright white is actually easier on the eyes. And so I've got this, it's kind of white, but it's just enough that it's like really, really easy on the eyes. And I don't know if you guys are into that kind of thing. It's just like, if I'm going to spend a few hours tying knots, being easy on the eyes just seems like the right kind of choice. So that's what I'm kind of doing. Yeah, I kind of ran out of time. I got hit the end of the video and I was like, I lost my mind. I almost forgot about it today, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I do. That's what I use. It's just a thought. I used to use like a wood grain board that I had, and that was really nice, and it was really pretty. It had like some inlay wood into it. It was really pretty. I have another one around here somewhere. It's a cutting board that I use for tying knots. Yeah, kind of works nice for travel. It's kind of like just the right size just to fit in my lap and like lean it against the table. Even built in a little magnet to hold the needle in case I have to take out any knots. I have a clip with a string to a needle, and then the needle just hangs up to the side in case I make any mistakes. So, Yeah, that one's pretty nice. I like that one a lot too. Oh, it's got an inlay. I kind of carved into it a bit. Got an inlay ruler on the side so I can see if I'm getting to the right length. So that's pretty neat. Really don't know where I am in the bracelet. I have no idea. I'm betting that's got to be the third of the blue diamonds. So like maybe one more of that whatever design thing that other segment is. That makes sense. That's probably where it is. I don't know. If you guys have thoughts, comments, questions, leave it in the comment. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. If you want to share your design, your take on it, maybe you tried this in some other colors and you want to share that, I would recommend Discord, because we have like segments where you have your works in progress or your completed bracelets or other stuff. We have other stuff. We have things for your pets. Oh, string. The medium blue in the middle. Holy smokes, did that get short? Seriously, towards the end, I was actually kind of getting a little bit nervous that it was going to be too short. Again, I cut my string in thirds, so I technically don't have to worry much, but man, those definitely got short. Those really, really got short. So if you're one of those conservative type, that middle blue, don't skimp on that one. That one really got used a lot. That was tough. But yeah, we're coming up to the end here. I almost forgot to tell you guys that one. Yeah, I just saw it in the video, like where the tail was kind of whipped by. I'm like, whoa, that's right, that was a thing. So yeah, just a little caution in that portion, and you'll be fine. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.